Hey folks, it's the Solo Gamer back again. And Helldivers is now in the middle of the biggest single event in Helldiver history. And I am engaged. I just recently took down my first overship. Now I'm gonna try and defend this site, whatever, from enemy forces. I have no idea what this mission entails, by the way. I have not played this mission type before. So I think it's just a defense mission. Which means I'm gonna be relying mostly on mines, my backpack, the spear, and the mortar. Actually, no, I take that back. I can't use the spear if I'm using the backpack. So, we'll switch it up. The commando. And we'll see what happens with this. But yes, the Illuminate have arrived. They conquered 3 worlds in almost no time, though it cost them 20% of their fleet to do so. We were fighting back as hard as we could. But now, the war has come to Earth, and the battle is on.
Countless High Liberty citizens call this city home. Defend their property. Deploying support weapon. Deploying equipment package.
The Illuminate have arrived.
I'm out. Deploying minefield. Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
Oh, okay, I'm getting it now. So once the ship lands, you've got to get in there.
There is but one sentence commensurate with the crime of treason. Never lost. Sending replacement.
Okay,
Their lives were in our hands.
okay, so this is a defense mission. This is just a defense mission.
Let's settle the score.
Sending down equipment package.
I think I misunderstood the whole point of this mission. Okay, so it is about taking down the ships. So I misinterpreted that.
Sending down sentry. Deploying support weapon.
Feel democracy's warm embrace!
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
You two.
Let's play.
You two, with me. Okay, so this is not what I thought it was. This is not a defensive mission. This is a hunter-killer mission. Alright, where's...
Dropping a pin.
So you have to try and take down as many of these as possible. As fast as possible. Above anything else. So I definitely picked the wrong hardware for this one. But I can still make this work. Oh. Need to find another entrance then.
Bag's empty.
You must not allow our civilians to perish.
You should have evacuated them when you had the chance.
Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
I'm out.
Yeah, probably not going to run this mission again, that's for sure. Although, now that I'm actually starting to understand it, I think I might have a much better strategy for how to approach this.
We're gonna make it. Fire in the hole.
Yeah, well, we kind of don't have a choice because where are we retreating to? Like, they are on Earth. We are literally at the point where we have no choice. It is either fight or die, and I am not going down without the fight.
Throwing grenade.
Alright, 3 more targets.
Tagging map.
Hey!
Sending down support weapon.
Weapons ready!
Let's get a grenade in the hole! Okay, actually, now that I'm getting into it, this is kind of fun. It's like just one big battle map, and you have to try and fight off as many of the enemies as you can. If you bring the right combo.
Sending down
It can be
sentry.
very efficiently done. Don't know that I'd bring the turns to the mortars I did, but hey.
Dropping a pin.
There is but one sentence commensurate with the crime of treason.
Whoa, what'd I do?
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Join the fray.
Last must have caught a civilian. Yeah, definitely don't bring, like, mortars or heavy turrets next time. If anything, I should probably bring more precision weaponry, but that's okay.
Tagging map.
Yeah, the gas grenades, the gas mines were not a good choice. Probably 80% of my kills were civilians this time around. If I'd have known, they don't. That's one of the things I wish they'd have done a better job of is actually explain what you're actually supposed to be doing on this mission. In a little bit more detail, because it sounded like a standard hold your line mission. And then I get down here, it's like, nah, you gotta run around and blow up ships. I am completely improperly equipped for this mission. I do love the fact that we now have the Seaf boys backing us up. It is super cool to actually have the regular, like, military guys backing us.
Dropping a pin.
I do love the fact that there's, like, apparently, like, Super Earth somehow reached a point of zero racism and zero concern about any of that other usual junk simply by having common enemies. I know it's supposed to be satire, but at the same token, like, when your satire is oh,
Sending down sentry.
oh, these guys are bad, but they're fighting homicidal robots, giant bugs, and alien squid psychopaths. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm with the humans.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Shuttle inbound.
Pelican 1 maintaining altitude until Helldivers are within the extraction zone.
Tagging map.
Okay, where's the access ramp? There it is.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
We leave a city in ruins.
Now that I understand the way the game is supposed to be played, I should be able to be more efficient about it next time. But damn, I didn't understand that level at all. Like, I was completely perplexed. Like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? If I had known, I would have brought a completely different loadout. I didn't get any payout plus all the collateral damage. Oops. My mistake. Alright. So let's go find some other mission to complete.
The freedom of the galaxy remains in jeopardy. Let us join the fight. Victory of this operation has eluded our grasp.
Oh, here it is.
Coordinates locked.
This is the one I was doing. This is the one that I love. It's such a good mission.
Orbital thrusters.
Basically, you go to a city site that has one of these big ships
Orbit.
deployed above it, and your job is to take them down. There we go. Now I'm going to be running my standard loadout, which is laser cannon, 2 orbitals, and the backpack. Believe me, that backpack has saved my life more than once, so I keep it on hand at all times.
We shall fight in the streets. We shall fight on the sidewalks. We shall fight in the intersections.
Dropping a pin.
Their lives were in our hands.
Maintain formation. Take super on ground. Open fire.
All of you with me now. And now you can actually command these little guys.
Their lives were in our hands.
Found something.
I have orders that need to be objectively completed. God, I love that thing.
You will never destroy our way of life!
Let's boot up the radar station. Get an idea of what we're up against. Hold our position here. Wait to see what happens.
Weapons ready!
Long close. You hell divers! We're gonna make it! Liberty will always prevail! Weapons ready!
Mission map updated.
Tagging map.
Hold back. Hold back.
Outpost cleared.
Dropping a pin.
You drop back and get the first bunker, then I'll come. Then I'll sweep back around. It's interesting to note that the like regular special forces, just the regular troopers, aren't actually that effective. But there's way more of them than there are of the Helldivers. So they can help out by being extra firepower, but they can also help out by just being meat shields to keep the enemy at bay. And there's my target. Plenty of ammo.
Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
Sub-objective nearby.
Have a taste of democracy!
Okay, so now the job here is in one of these bunkers. There's a command code for the weapons I need to take that big bastard down. So you gotta open them all up, try to find them. Don't find them immediately, go to the next set of bunkers until you do. You can tell this is really designed with multiple players in mind. Ah, there it is.
Mission is progressing.
First one down.
Tagging map.
Alright, let's head to the next target. So much for these bunkers. Let's go. But the real trick to this is, like, it's essentially like the nuclear launch objective, just way larger.
Get some! Get some!
Not subtle, but it works. Love laser. Laser is love, laser is life.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Hey, just like in the movie!
Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
Come on. Let's go.
Dropping a pin.
Heading to the next target, then we'll take out the scrambler, and then we'll go ahead and... I'm sorry, what the fuck? Okay, that's a thing. That's definitely a thing.
Objective nearby.
Alright, let's see if any of these have what we need. Just samples. Hey, hey!
Mission is progressing.
The squids are gonna eat your brains.
Tagging map.
Here's the thing I find strange. Like, if this is a world of democracy and freedom, why are all the civilians unarmed? One would figure, like, especially at a time like now, you'd arm everybody.
Get some! Get some!
I also love that they're putting, like, these little trinkets next to objectives now. Rare sample, nice.
That was close.
Ow. There it is. Alright.
Dropping a pin.
Holy crap, where'd you come from?
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
Whoops. Alright, let's go. You too. With me.
Nobody's gonna believe this.
I love the banter. I love the banter. It gives this game so much life and personality for a game that is essentially just a straight up sort of like, you know, multiplayer war sim.
Only democracy tells us what to do.
Hey, would you look at that? Target-rich environment. Super Destroyer, if you'd be so kind.
Attack democracy? You pay the price. Hey, the Helldivers! Get some! Get some!
How? Ah, man, dust cloud.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Okay, wait, what the heck?
That's empty.
Alright, we'll try another approach.
Tagging back.
Main objective nearby.
Here we are. And this is one of the funniest things about these missions and why I absolutely adore them. Where's our super secret, ultra high power weapon system? The one that we're going to use to blow that ship out of the sky? In a children's playground. I wish I was joking. I really do. Nice. Oh. Alright, good shot, guys, whoever that was. Alright, now once you've entered the codes, you gotta head down here, and just like with the nukes, you gotta activate these lock mechanisms. Oh, and I saw this on online. They actually coded it that you can slide down the slide. Alright, now we gotta deploy the cannon. And here we go. What's interesting is that the SEAF units do tend to kind of congregate around like the objective areas, so they're not just wandering around willy-nilly. They're actively engaging. Alright, so here's where things get interesting. Because part of the challenge now is, I gotta aim this thing. And you might wonder, how do you aim this giant fuck-off cannon? With computer controls or a targeting system? Nope. We do it the old-fashioned way. We do it manually. Which is why I always try to have SEAF around if I'm doing this solo. Because you're completely vulnerable with this, just like you would be for like the oil drilling shit and stuff like that. Alright. Now. Gotta elevate that cannon. Get it pointed in the right direction. And then to see if it works, you got to test fire it and see if you make contact. And if not, you got to adjust for it. So let's let her rip, eh? I'll be damned, she did hit.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Come on, land that hit. Damn. I'm slightly off target. I need to readjust a little bit. And a little bit up. Alright, let's take another shot at it. Hopefully she can't regenerate her shields, but we'll see. Oh, that's dead on, that's dead on, that's dead on, that's dead on. But she did regenerate her shields. She did take damage, though. One more hit. That did it.
Dropping a pin.
Alright.
Freedom has prevailed. Now
Alright, now let's go. Like I said, this is one of the longer missions in the game, which is why this video is a bit longer than my usual 30-minute runs, but yeah, it's one of the coolest missions in the game, but it takes time. It is a hefty investment. Good thing is though is that they almost always put the extraction real close to the final objective, so you don't have to spend much time running to the final exit. All right, we're all set. Let's go.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Throwing grenade.
That'll deal with that problem.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
We need to go. We need to go now. Just to be sure.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
If you notice that my reprimand seems a little bit more on target, it's because I've got it upgraded with some attachments that give it more stability. Which makes it way more efficient.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Firing orbital barrage.
Extraction complete.
We're leaving, and we're taking the whole area with us.
Another sweeping victory for Super.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, to be fair, this whole event has been spectacular. Fighting on Super Earth in the urban environments with all the features, it has been a blast, and I am having a great time again. This was exactly what Helldivers needed, was this shot of the arm of a more varied background world. Still, I did pretty good. Anyway, you'll be seeing more uploads from my Fear series. That's going to continue on. I finally got the video issue with that fixed, so it should be okay now. But we're holding the planet as best we can, but it's a war of attrition now to deplete their forces before they overtake the planet entirely. So we'll see. Anyway, that'll do for me. I'll see you next time. This is the Solo Gamer, signing out. Out for Super Earth and for Managed Democracy. I hope to see you on the battlefield. See you there, soldier.